Where are we and what are we doing?
Today is the 2016 Summer Combat at the Edmonton Radio Control Society Bremner Field. We have 8 contestants so far, some from around Alberta, one who's a first-timer who's flown combat in Europe. And after the pilots finish test flying, we're gonna begin the contest and the smash-up derby shortly afterwards.
While I was talking to you on the phone, you were bragging that you were gonna teach these guys a lesson in the sky today. You still predicting that's what's gonna happen?
Well, I had to call in a ringer named Ian. You can interview him later. Of course, I'm under a little bit of pressure here because Calgary and Lethbridge are showing up, so we can't lose to them.
So you brought in a ringer from Poland to back you up.
No. He's from Scotland.
Oh, you brought in a ringer from Scotland.
Yeah. He's been around. He's good, and he's got 3 planes, so I'm counting on him. I've got my money on him. My name is Merle Marler. I've been a member of ERCS for 32, 33 years. We've got a bunch of pretty good pilots, except for the Scots guy, this guy here. Anyways, we do this every year, twice a year. We kind of got a little rivalry between Calgary and Edmonton on who's the better combat pilot. One year they came up and won both of our events, and Daryl and I went down and won their event. And so we kind of go back and forth, and we got guys from Lethbridge, Edmonton, Calgary. We got one guy that's lived here for a while. He's from Poland. So it's a multinational competition today.
So is the Polish Air Force ready?
Ukrainian.
Ukrainian? Well, they called you Polish. Oh my gosh. They're in trouble now.
It's okay.
You're gonna have to cut their ribbons for that. How long you been flying combat?
Combat. I've been flying 40 years. Combat would probably somewhere in the 30-some years. It's long enough that I can't remember when it started.
What do you like about it?
Put it this way, if we fly 10 rounds of combat today, 5-minute rounds, we will be totally exhausted at the end, but we'll feel great. It's just an adrenaline rush for the whole day.
What are you flying there?
I'm flying an airplane which is begged, borrowed or stolen. It's owned by the guy who's running the event, Daryl. Lost all my airplanes in a fire, so he loaned me an airplane so that I can go and show the rest of the crew how it's going to happen.
You're the ringer, I heard.
A ringer?
Yeah.
Well, they call me a lot of things.
Oh. I was just wondering, are those hard hats really necessary?
Only when Daryl's flying, you know, and whoa! Well, you get a hard hat. You saw what happened to me there. You got to look after them.
Well, Paul, you ready?
Absolutely.
Paul was kind enough to drive me all the way from Calgary.
And you know, he was kind enough to do that, and he's going to get his airplane cut to pieces in the first round.
Absolutely not, Ian.
Oh,
Ian,
yes.
you know.
You're my number 1 friend.
This is the first time I did double wides.
No, absolutely. Ian's streamer's mine.
Oh no, not a chance. You got to remember, if he comes from Calgary, he's just a mortal enemy.
Streamers, hard cat hats, and scorecards. We're going to have a little safety review, and then away we go, all right?
Sure.
All right, if you cut just the paper, you get 5 points. If you get the string and the paper, you get 10, and there's 1 minute, or 1 point for each minute that your plane flies. So you get rewarded for your technical ability there. Now the number 1 thing is that we don't have any problems with safety, right? People come first, plane comes last, right?
90 seconds and then start?
90 seconds, and then I'll blow the horn. 5 minutes will go by, I'll blow it again, and you land your plane, okay? And if your streamer gets torn off in flight, just keep going for the targets, okay? We're not gonna land because you've lost a streamer. If there's any old grudges or beefs you guys have with each other from previous things, now's the time to air them out. Ian, you've always had a bounty on you every time you've flown, right?
Yeah, I know.
I don't know if it's still in effect or what the amount is.
Never paid. These blooming guys from Calgary never paid the bounty.
They never paid the bounty.
They never paid the bounty. They put a bounty on me and they wouldn't pay it.
All they did was take a picture of used or destroyed plane and put it on the website.
They wouldn't pay the bounty.
Oh,
Bunch of cheap.
Hey, who am I talking to?
Bruce Cutting, member of ERCS for about 4 years. I've been in the hobby about 8 years, and this is my second combat. Second time trying to fly.
How did you do the first time out?
First time out, I did pretty good. I was up about 3 or 4 times, and then my plane quit working, so I had to bail out. I didn't have enough parts to fix it, and I only had one plane. Now I came with 2 and lots of parts, so I'm okay.
This is called a gremlin. It's basically a downspout from an eaves trough, plastic downspout, coroplast fins. It's got a folded over coroplast wing with a spar in the middle, that little stick in the middle keeps the shape. You just fold it over and glue the ends to make the ailerons. You have 2 servos to control it and 1 servo to run the motor, and strap on a gas tank and you're ready to go. So if you have more than $10 or $15 in your aircraft, you're spending too much money on this.
So how did you do up there?
2 ribbons and the whole 5 minutes, 15 points.
That's a lot, 2 ribbons, is it not?
That's impressive actually, because it's hard to hit.
I got a kill, and I lasted the 5 minutes. I got 15 points. Same as Buddy here, but we got it different way, but we got the same one.
Meaning you cut a string.
I cut the string, yeah.
Better next time.
You two are the hot pilots at the moment.
Well, that might change very quickly.
What went wrong?
Me.
Yeah.
That's what went wrong, me. My eyeballs and the airplane were not connecting, and I wasn't sure where the top and the bottom were, so the ground got in the way. That's a fact of life. Unfortunate. The airplane's minor damage, so it'll be ready to go tomorrow. We'll tie another one on.
I did. I'm ready to go.
The same color?
Same color.
Boy, you're really looking for problems.
Gotcha. Whoa. So you're confident today you can beat?
I'm never confident. I'm the guy that's always building at the field, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think somebody
Yeah.
has some confidence.
Yeah. That's the guy you have to talk to. He knows everything. So he says.
Oh yeah, no I don't.
So he says.
Yeah. You say I know everything.
He knows how to wear a shirt that matches hat.
That's it. He's color coordinated.
Yes.
His wife taught him well.
Straight fear into them.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, I'm so fearful.
Because it's like a uniform.
That's
It's
it, exactly.
uniform
Hey,
color.
I'm wearing the colors, buddy. Come on.
Why all the spare planes?
You have never seen combat? You gotta be ready to lose one. You don't want to fall in love with your plane, that's for sure. Yeah, it happens. It happens.
No damage?
No, I think my prop must have ticked his butt, the rear end of his plane.
Got me right in the corner of the tail. That was Cloud.
Oh well, that's
Cloud was gunning for me.
good.
But didn't get my streamer. That was already taken.
Let's put it that way. In this hobby, it's a bonus.
All right, in.
Fix your divots. Those are the rules. Fix your divot.
Yeah. Man, that's a big one.
There's my prop. This was the one that was on my wing. That's the one I got.
Oh, this is not all bad news.
Yeah. Precise flying.
Yeah, precise adjustment on crappy plastic.
But when you want to build them, it's hard to find.
Well, you know what's good is any political event yields many aircraft for us.
That's right.
I'd like to volunteer to put up your signs for you.
Yeah.
I'll take them down
I'd like to
too.
volunteer to take them down. You might have PC on one wing and NDP on the other.
So we had a mid-air collision. How did the plane survive?
Well, part of combat is designing your own plane to be able to take those kind of things so that your collisions are quite common, so you don't want to be out of the event so early. So chloroplast by its nature, if you look at it, it's similar to cardboard. And inside of there is just a piece of wood from the hobby store, and we use Gorilla Glue, and I perforate the chloroplast and sand it so that Gorilla Glue kind of expands through those holes, and that makes that strong. I found that if you try to make your leading edge too strong, there is a carbon fiber rod through the corrugation here, but you want it to pancake a little bit. It has to give. And then here with the elastics, you can see that it can survive those minor collisions, and we try and keep our equipment as exposed as possible so we can make a quick repair if we have to. And that way, it maximizes your chance of getting all your technical points, which is 5 points per round. So they're not designed to be pretty, they're designed to survive collisions.
And we got lucky. We survived.
This is SPAD number 2. My first one got in the sun and I lost it, and it would be okay except the wire on this servo pulled out. So unfortunately, it's easier to put in a new plane than it is to try to pull the servo out. Maybe we'll have good things.
Positive waves.
Positive waves. Okay, fuel it up.
All right, who am I talking to?
My name's Dwight Lifeso from Edmonton.
And Dwight, you're telling me you have maybe one of the slower planes. Is that true?
Yeah, it's one of the slower planes. I got landing gear and everything, so all that weight adds up, makes her slower, but it flies really good and precise. So usually what I try to do is do wide oval loops or do figure eights and stay on the horizontal and just anticipate when the main group comes together, and then I head for the middle of it, and if all goes well, I catch a ribbon or whatever. So yeah, so I don't do any of the fancy stuff because it can't. She slows down and I'll be an easy target. So as long as I keep the ribbons out flat, it's harder to cut them. So you start doing loops and so on and so forth. You string them up in the horizontal or the vertical, and it's easier for the guys to chop them. So I just stay on a flat course and anticipate the group when they get together in the hairball.
So those guys doing the fancy diving and stuff, they're vulnerable.
They can be. I mean, if you got a quick enough plane to get out of that situation, but they are vulnerable. They start milling around like that and doing loops, and they're stretching their streamers out. It makes it easier for the guy to come in on the horizontal plane and then get them. So.
And
yeah.
how's your strategy working today?
Not too bad. I'm doing actually not bad for my scores.
How many ribbons you cut?
I've got 2 cuts and I've got 1 kill.
Nice.
So yeah, it's doing good, and I've got all my duration points. I haven't had anybody clip me yet.
Oh, looking good, looking good.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, yeah, you're welcome.
how's your day be going? And
Pretty good, got some great cuts.
how many?
Oh, I think I got about 4 or 5 so far. Some streamer cuts as well as some string cuts. So that's string cuts count for 10. Those are a little tougher, you're in a little bit tighter.
So in combat, what's your strategy?
Turn hard.
Turn hard?
So I don't fly, my planes aren't as, some of us fly really fast. I believe in high maneuverability. So it's always turn on the inside. And the key thing is when you're lining up, if you can be going straight across the flight line away from you, you get a better view of exactly how your streamers are cutting it in 3 dimensions. Because the hard part about this is the 3-dimensional part of it. You can see where you are crosswise, but you don't know how far deep you are. So when you go straight through, directly away from you or directly towards you, you get a much better shot at what you're aiming for.
This is bird number...
This is number 3. No, this is 2. 3 is there, ready to go.
Oh, and what happened to bird 1?
1 invaded somebody else's plane and got a little bit of a midair. It's not a very big amount of damage. That in combat is not bad at all. It's still in one piece. The frame is solid. So there's a little hole here, a little bit of tape and pushing it back together. That's nothing. That's right at the end there. That's good. That's no problem. That'll be flying in no time.
You're a bit of an ace, aren't you? I see you're really aggressive in the air.
Yeah, we're trying to, so to be at the top.
You've cut a few ribbons today, have you not?
Oh yeah, I have like maybe at this point 5 or 6. Yeah.
I see maybe that you like to go after your friend at the end there.
Oh yeah.
with the landing gear. He's a little bit slower, so you like to chase him?
So we're trying to take advantage.
You cut him once or twice, eh?
Yeah.
What's your strategy up there?
The strategy?
Yeah.
I don't know if there is strategy. It's a case of go like crazy, pull lots of elevator or whatever, and try and get somebody, but they keep disappearing. Just when you go to cut them, they're not there anymore. It's magic.
Got any kills?
Yeah, I get 2.
And ribbon cuts?
No, just 2 kills.
So you just go for the kill, eh?
Well, no, you go for whatever you can get, and you get a little bit of luck involved there.
Oh. So you're not the bloodthirsty Ian that everybody says you are.
I'm as bloodthirsty as they come in this game. We're just maybe not as lucky today.
So what's your strategy up there in the air?
Well, I'm so fast, so I like to go right through the center and go up high and come down to the center and hopefully have a hit.
So being fast, you go after the slower guys?
No, they're actually harder to hit. I like to chase the fast guys.
It's broken, propeller.
Where did you break that?
So on the landing, so it was.
Not on his plane. Clean prop hit?
That was a clean prop hit. My wing, my fin, and they come in hot. They come in hard. That's pretty cool. That is cool. But that's what it's all about right there. That's combat flying. $120 points. Winner today is Vadim Yusenka. Yeah, that concludes RC Combat for the Edmonton Radio Control Society. I hope you enjoyed it, and I think if you contact a local club, you'll find it's hard to have much more fun than this. So hope that was good for you.